Hi, this is your host. Humans have existed on this planet for around 300,000 years, give or take, and we've been in our current form for about 200,000 years. But our earliest ancestors were hominids for over 6 million years before that. We all know about Neanderthals, Homo erectus, and other ancient relatives who eventually died out. But one of our more mysterious cousins was the Denisovans. We learned about their existence only in 2010 when scientists uncovered their DNA from a finger bone found in a Siberian cave. Lead author of the study, archaeologist and geneticist at the University of Copenhagen, said that it's plausible that the volcanic eruption caused a bottleneck in the Denisovan population. There is still a lot more work to be done to confirm whether the Denisovans in the Altai region went extinct, and it's not the first time that scientists have blamed a volcanic eruption for the demise of an ancient hominin. During this time, the Earth's average temperature was around 1 degree higher than it is now, and there was less ice at the poles. This made the environment much more hospitable for humans and other animals, and allowed plants and animals to migrate into new areas. It's considered a period of global warming similar to what we're experiencing today. In 2020, researchers pointed to another supervolcanic eruption in Indonesia as a possible cause of the Neanderthals' extinction. Because of the volcanic eruption, or if it was just a contributing factor. Plus, the genetic record shows that the Denisovans continued to exist after this eruption until around 60,000 years ago. You can check out the platform if you want to learn more. On top of that, the timing of the eruption during the interglacial period suggests that volcanic eruptions may play a larger role in human history than previously thought. The authors write that it is possible that the impact of the eruption during a period of environmental change may have been greater than the direct effects of the eruption itself. So even if this event did cause a massive die-off, it wasn't the end of the Denisovan story. Of course, more researchers needed to figure out what role, if any, volcanoes played in our rise to global dominance. Since then, we've learned quite a bit about them, but there are still a lot of unknowns. Denisovans lived in Asia, and some of them migrated to the Siberian region of Altai, where they stayed for at least 200,000 years. But between 140,000 and 60,000 years ago, something caused their population to plummet. Between 1989 and 2003, scientists analyzed sediments in the Denisova cave in the Altai Mountains and found evidence of a massive eruption nearby. It was an explosive eruption of a supervolcano complex called Ulaanbaatar, which is around 62 miles from Denisova Cave. The eruption blasted 1,300 cubic kilometers of ash and pumice into the air and covered the surrounding area in layers of ash. For example, we don't know why they disappeared. In a new study published in the journal Quaternary Science Reviews, researchers put forward an explanation for the Denisovans' disappearance with a little help from a volcano. Based on the age of the sediments they collected, the researchers knew that this occurred around 130,000 years ago, right in the middle of the time period when the Denisovans in the area experienced a population crash. But to be clear, just because this is the first time that we've had a potential cause for their population crash doesn't mean that it was actually the reason they disappeared. Still, this is the strongest evidence we have for why they disappeared. What makes this potential explanation for the Denisovans' disappearance especially interesting is that unlike the Indonesian eruption, which happened around 74,000 years ago, the Siberian eruption occurred during a period known as the last interglacial. If the Denisovans were pushed out of their habitats by the eruption and couldn't adapt to the changing climate, that could explain why their population crashed. Volcanic eruptions during warmer periods might have contributed to the global extinctions that allow humans to expand into new territories and thrive, the authors say. Thanks for watching this episode. If you would like to help support the channel, we have a platform where you can support things like this.